This video might sound a bit silly early on. The hack that I tried really worked for me. It may not work for you, but it certainly worked for me. Also, you should take productivity gurus' advice with a pinch of salt. Why? We'll talk about all that. Hey there, lovely person watching YouTube. If you're new here, hi, my name is Ajay. I'm an Indian doctor currently in the UK. If you're already subscribed, welcome back. I love you to the stars and back. Now, before I begin, I want to tell you, like I said, the first few minutes of this video might sound a bit silly, but stick with me. It really starts to make sense towards the end. So I promise, just stick with me. Now that being said, let's begin. So you see, I'm a bit of a morning person. If I want to do any creative work, like say write scripts for the YouTube channel, I find it easier to do it in the morning. It could probably just be because I've trained myself to see morning as the time to work and evenings as the time to, like chill, play and relax. Either ways, most of my big tasks that need a lot of thinking and all that is done in the mornings. But I have one problem. I waste a lot of time in the mornings, like a lot, like an entire hour doing almost nothing. I take an entire hour to go to the toilet, brush my teeth, and then just sit and think about random things, really random things, or just stare out of the window doing nothing and thinking about random things. I don't intend to do this, it just happens. And I also feel like I don't have much energy in the morning, so I just kind of end up being lazy. But that is only till I have my breakfast. Once I have my breakfast, I'm alert, I'm ready to, take on the day, I'm productive, I just get stuff done right after I have my breakfast. Now, there's no problem being lazy in the morning. You absolutely do not need to be productive throughout the day. We all have phases where we are productive and then absolutely not productive. That's completely fine. That's natural. That's how it should be. But the problem for me is that if I'm working regular shifts in the hospital, I'm not currently working, but when I was working, my shift would start at 8 a.m. So even if I get up at 6 a.m., because I waste an entire hour being lazy, I just have one more hour to cook, to pack, and even go to work, which is kind of difficult. Also, I like writing these video scripts in the mornings. All these ideas just come very easily in the mornings. So if I have that extra hour for myself, I can probably write a few paragraphs every day, probably at least for like half an hour. So for me, not wasting that 1 hour was absolutely essential. So what could be the solution? Well, I could have my breakfast right after I get up, but since I'm a bit civilized, I'd like to, go to the toilet and brush my teeth and even have a shower before I have my breakfast. I've tried having my breakfast right after I get up. It just doesn't happen. I can't eat. So I started to think what I can do to overcome this problem. Most people, they just get up in the morning and they have a cup of coffee and they're, like alert and ready to go. That doesn't work for me. Drinking coffee regularly doesn't make me feel alert. What makes me alert is food, carbohydrates, basically having something to eat. So I found a solution. Nowadays, I wake up every day. Obviously. Wash my mouth and eat a couple of these biscuits. Contains carbohydrates, simple carbs, easy to digest. Easy to eat as well. I usually eat a couple of them, and because I've given my body some carbs, I feel active and I get my morning routine done in less than half an hour. It's not just about saving time or feeling productive. It's about, feeling alert, and if I set a good momentum at the beginning of the day, it just makes it easier for the rest of the day to carry that on. Now, please stick with me. I know this sounds like a silly solution just because it's so simple. You see, I need some carbs to feel awake, and this is the most simplest solution for that problem. Now at this point, you're like, what? You made an entire video just to talk about how you eat biscuits in the morning? Yes, I did. I made an entire video about how I eat biscuits in the morning. And that's because I want to talk about something very important. And that is that you should always take productivity YouTubers or productivity gurus' advice with a pinch of salt. You see, for me, this was an amazing hack. It actually changed the way I go through my day, and therefore, dare I say it, kind of changed my life. In a way, probably a bit of a stretch, but you get the point. But to you, this might be silly, this might not work at all, and this might be the worst productivity hack you ever try. But you should try and see if it works for you. If it doesn't work, you move on. You see, a lot of people, they don't do that. There's a lot of toxicity in the productivity genre in YouTube and social media in general. You see these productivity YouTubers, including myself in a way, try something out, like say eating biscuits in the morning, and they see that it really works for them. So they either make a video or write a blog post saying that this changes your life, like this is the best thing ever, this is literally life changing, you gotta do this will change your life. You get the point. So because you trust these people and you admire them, you try those out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. When it doesn't work, we tend to think there's something wrong with us, that we're in some way inadequate. And I've gone through this a lot. If you watch any productivity YouTubers, there are two things that they talk about in common: Pomodoro and coffee. Both things didn't work for me. I tried and I tried and I tried. Just didn't work. And naturally, I thought there was something wrong with me, and somehow these people who can do all these things are somehow better than me because they're able to do all these cool things that I'm not able to do. It's quite easy to get influenced like that on the internet. I tried studying with Pomodoro for ages. It just never worked for me. I was a bit frustrated about it, and I kind of started hating studying. But then I realized I'm built differently, that I don't need to take such frequent breaks. I can concentrate on studying for much longer, and if I did concentrate for long, I could enter flow state, which is like one of the best feelings ever. And this made me like and enjoy studying again. I have an entire video about using flow time for studying and working. I'll link it up here somewhere. If you're interested, you can check it out. And the next thing, if there's one thing every productivity YouTuber seems to be into, is coffee. I tried coffee. I had lots of it, all different kinds of it. Just didn't work for me. I bought instant coffees, South Indian filter coffees, French press, AeroPress, V60, a friggin' espresso machine. None of those worked for me. I bought coffees from Chikmagalur, from Italy, from Indonesia, from Brazil, from Costa Rica, from Guatemala. Did I pronounce it right? From Kenya, from Ethiopia, a lot of different places. I mean, I didn't go there and buy it or have it imported or something. A lot of these were sold in Bangalore, so just bought it from stores. But I just tried all these different coffees from all over the world to see if there's one coffee that just works for me. You see, I was a bit crazy about coffee and trying out different kinds of coffee because I wanted it to work. I wanted to be like these productivity YouTubers who could drink coffee and be so productive and get 200 different stuff done in a day. But hey, it kind of didn't work pretty well. Most of the times when I have coffee, I don't feel very alert. I actually feel a bit groggy and sleepy. Of course, there's always that sense of neurotic excitement after you drink a cup of coffee for some time. But after that, I would just feel tired and uninspired and just lazy. Now, this is not a problem with coffee. This is a problem with me. This is a problem with my metabolism. I just can't handle a lots of caffeine. If I'm drinking coffee regularly and I drink a cup, I just feel tired. But if I'm having a coffee once in 2 days or 3 days or something like that, when I have a cup of coffee, I feel great. I can get a lot of things done. So basically for me, if I drink coffee regularly, I tend to be unproductive. But if I drink coffee once in a while when I need it, I actually am very productive. I can get a lot of stuff done with the help of caffeine. And the best thing is I don't have to get up in the morning and actually need coffee. I can go through the day without needing it. When I want it, I can drink it and it feels awesome. So in a way, I found out a way to make coffee work for me. Whatever worked for these productivity YouTubers obviously didn't work for me. Just know that we are all built differently, and that's completely fine. I can never be even half as productive as Ali Abdal is. That man is just wired differently, doing a lot of tasks, being on a productivity high. That's his happy place, that's not mine. Your happy place could be playing video games after work or studying, or it could be just being a couch potato and watching Netflix after work. Anything, let it be, it's completely fine. Again, I'm not blaming productivity YouTubers. They're usually nice people and they mean well. They're just sharing, and most of the times for free, what worked for them. it's just up for us to see what works for us and to decide whether we need to have it in our daily lives or not. You see, Ali Abdaal is a very big inspiration for me, if you guys haven't figured it out already. And I would love to be friends with Nasir Karma of Karma Medic. He just seems like a guy who could, like brighten up your day just by being around you. And I've learned a lot from these guys. I've learned the basics of time management, how to make to-do lists, how to use Notion, without which this channel would be such a headache to maintain. I've also learned investing. They've inspired me to read more books. A lot of good things have happened in my life because of following these people. So it's not them, it's us. We are the problem. We need to know what advice to take and inculcate in our daily lives and what not to. And how do we know that? Just try whatever they suggest. If it works for you, great, you can continue doing it. If it doesn't work for you, drop it. Don't worry too much about it. Simple. That being said, try having a biscuit in the morning. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.